everyone, I'm Sugandha and you're watching Ready with HR, and I hope so you all are well and you all are waiting for my session. Today we are going to discuss another session, that is session 2 in HR course module 1, that is Introduction to HRM. I hope so you have seen session 1, module 1 and session 1. If you haven't seen that session, you can find that in the pinned comment. Okay, so let's get started with it. So we discussed in the last session about HRM, what is HRM, what is human resource and management, and a combination of this HRM and what is the purpose of HRM, right? So let's recap it. And yes, it's a vital function within organization that focuses on managing and maximizing the potential of an organization's human capital. Okay, so yes, it involves various practices, various processes, activities which aim at recruiting, developing, retaining, and effectively utilizing employees to achieve organization's goals and yes, objectives. HRM plays a crucial, important role in ensuring that an organization's workforce is aligned with its strategic goals and contributes to its overall success. We need to remember that yes, overall success is possible only when we will align organization's workforce with its strategic goals and objectives. Okay, so what are the basic elements associated with HRM? What we have to do in HRM? So first is recruitment and selection. Now, what is recruitment and selection? In HRM, we start with identification of the vacancy. What all job vacancies are available in the organization, and after that, yes, creating job descriptions, posting job openings, screening applicants, conducting interviews, and ultimately hiring the most suitable candidate. And effective recruitment and selection processes are essential for building a skilled and diverse workforce. Okay, so let's deep dive into some recruitment and selection. We will be doing another sessions in the coming modules, but yes, here we must understand basically what is recruitment. Okay, so recruitment and selection are the two essential components. First of all, we will understand what is recruitment, and then yes, we will focus on selection. So in HRM, we focus on acquiring and hiring the right employees for an organization, and so if we have to define recruitment, we can say recruitment refers to the process of actively identifying, attracting, and sourcing potential candidates for job vacancies within an organization. So we can say that objective of recruitment is to create a pool of qualified and interested candidates who are interested. So we are creating a pool to ensure diverse and inclusive candidate pool. We all know that diversity and inclusion is important for any organization. We must include diverse people. We must help them to grow in our organization. Not only hiring, but yes, their growth is also important. Diversity with inclusion is important. Okay, and yes, to promote the organization's employer brand and reputation. So recruitment is important for these three purposes, means these three objectives you can say. And what we do in this, first of all, we identify the job vacancy. It's not like that anyone in the organization will come and will say that yes, these vacancies are there, you have to work on it. No, we have to identify job vacancy properly. We need to ask the people who are giving us instructions why they need this manpower, and this is basically identifying of job vacancy. If hiring manager is giving you an instruction to hire 5 people in their team, they have 10 people already, or they have 2 people already, or they have 6 people already, and they are saying they need 5 people. We must question why they need more 5 people. Okay, why they need 5 people more. Okay, that is basically identification of job vacancies. Now, this is not like a verbal kind of a question. They would be sending you a mail with a proper process, and you need to ask them with a proper process. So we are going to discuss all that process, how these things are done. Fine. Next is means in next sessions when we will be deep diving into recruitment and selection more, and say how actually recruitment is done. Okay, we will be discussing all that. So this is like job, and then we have to do job analysis, understanding the job's requirement and responsibilities to create accurate job descriptions. We need to create job descriptions and job specifications, like what will be included in job description, means what will be included in roles and responsibilities, what are the roles and responsibilities of a particular profile, So this is job description. Now I have already done a lot of sessions on all this, so you can find those sessions in the pen comment. This is yes, we are doing it in a course form, but if you want that you want to study all these things, so you can find HR recruiter playlist, HR operations playlist, HR journalist playlist. Okay, I have discussed all these things over there, but yes, because this is a course, so I would be discussing in the future sessions. But if you feel like that, yes, oh, we must know what is job description, we must know what is sourcing, then yes, you can have a look on those sessions from the pinned comment. Okay, so next is sourcing. We need to actively seek and attract candidates through various channels such as posting, job postings. You might have heard job postings like on Naukri, on Indeed, on Times Job, and there are various 15, 20, 25, 30 job portals available nowadays. So you genuine even, so you can post the job postings. Even when we search jobs, we find the vacancies on the job portals only. Okay, so on the job portals we need to post the job. And yes, various career websites on social media like on LinkedIn, you can say on WhatsApp, like we have WhatsApp channels, WhatsApp groups nowadays, we have YouTube channels, and we have Insta, we have Facebook, means Insta page, Facebook page, and LinkedIn page, right? Then is employee referrals. We can ask our current employees to refer the people of the same profile for which the job vacancy is there. And then is recruitment agencies, that is staffing agencies. We can have a contract or agreement with them and they can hire people for us. Okay, so this will be done through a proper process. Next is the screening, how we can screen the candidates. The screening is basically reviewing the resumes. Once we have sourced the candidates, we have the data in bulk, we have 500,000 resumes, then we have to review those resumes as per the job description. So reviewing resumes, applications, and yes, cover letters to shortlist potential candidates who meet the job criteria. Next is interviewing. After this, like in screening part only, we can do cold calling and we can understand that yes, whether the candidate is interested or not, whether the communication skills are good or not, whether other soft skills are fine, whether other technical skills are fine. We would be asking a few questions over the call only, so that we can have an idea that yes, this person relates with the JD, so JD of this profile. So this is the screening, and then yes, we can conduct interview. Now interviews can be virtual, they can be face to face, they can be even telephonic. Okay, obviously while screening on the phone or while we can conduct a video interview, in person meetings, yes, so that we can assess the candidates qualifications and whether they are cultural fit, whether they fit into our culture. And then is yes, assessment. There are several assessment tests, that could be skill based test, administrating test, assignments, or simulations to evaluate specific skills and competencies for the specific profiles. Not every profile require those skill tests. Okay, so whatever profile require, that we can conduct after interviews, or it could be that before face to face interview we need to conduct some assessments, so that interviewer have an idea that yes, this candidate has qualified all these tests, so all this criteria is done. Fine. And yes, offering after this, we have shortlisted the candidate, and yes, we can offer them, extend job offers to the selected candidates. Now, what is selection? We have discussed about the recruitment here, and our point was recruitment and selection. So, what is selection? So, if I have to define this, so selection is the process of evaluating and choosing the best fit candidates from the pool of applicants generated through the recruitment phase. Now, you can say that yes, this is the work of recruitment also. You can say yes, recruitment is doing all this, but that last part, finally we have to select someone. This is selection. So objective is to identify individuals who meet the job requirements and organizational needs. Obviously there, what we were doing in recruitment, we were creating a pool of qualified candidates and interested candidates. We were just creating first creation is important. Here we are identifying those individuals. Now another objective could be to ensure that selected candidates align with organization's cultural and values. It happens several times that yes, people qualify the technical skills, people qualify the soft skills part, assessment test, many other tests which are kept, but they are not cultural fit. When we conduct cultural fit interviews, they are not able to clear. those interviews. Okay, so we need to consider this, and yes, to make job offers and onboard the chosen candidates. So here we can say that yes, what can be the key activities? Yes, interviews, conducting in-depth interview with candidates to assess their qualifications and experience, and yes, suitability for the role, reference checks. Yes, you can say that yes, recruitment and selection interviews are same only, because this is the part only. We can say that yes, initially we are saying whatever process we are doing initially, that is recruitment, and yes, from interview to the selection, we can say selection. Okay, so recruitment and selection are going hand in hand. It's not like we can say that yes, we are doing selection only. It's hand in hand kind of a thing, recruitment and selection. Okay, reference checks. Yes, reference checks is important because contacting references provided by the candidates to verify their work history and qualification. Background verification is important. Yes, background checks, conducting background checks, which may include criminal record checks and educational verifications as well. Next is assessment centers, organizing assessment centers or additional assessments to evaluate candidate skills and competencies thoroughly. There could be some additional test or a skill test to which we need to conduct. So there could be some assessment centers at this level also. And then yes, decision making, reviewing all gathered information to make informed decisions on which candidates to extend job offers. And yes, extending job offers to selected candidates about compensation, benefits, and yes, other terms of employment. And after that, finally, it's onboarding. Onboarding is orientation plus introduction, like we are introducing the new hires and ensuring their smooth transition into the organization. Okay, so there is a session on onboarding also. If you want to have a look, yes, you can find that in HR playlist. There is a playlist named HR, and there you can find onboarding, offboarding. Okay, so this is basically, you can say, if I summarize, the recruitment is the process of attracting and sourcing potential candidates, while selection involves, yes, evaluating and choosing the best fit candidates for job vacancies within an organization. And yes, these processes are critical for building a capable and diverse workforce that contributes to the organization's success. Fine. So this is recruitment and selection in detail. And now next is training and development. Now, what is training and development? I won't be taking this in series. Now, here we are discussing basic elements. So, what all elements are there? I'm discussing that. Next is training and development. Now, training and development in HRM refers to systematic process of enhancing employees' knowledge, skills, abilities, and competencies to improve their performance, productivity, and overall effectiveness within an organization. This process is essential for both individual growth and the achievement of organizational goals. You can't say that organization is doing only for organization purpose. No, this is individual growth. So if we have to understand training and development, let's understand training separately and development separately, and then we will understand training and development together. So training is a short-term process that focuses on equipping employees with specific skills or knowledge needed to perform their current job task effectively. Current job. Now here we are focusing on current job task effectively, specific skills and knowledge. So we can say objective is to address skill gaps or deficiencies in employees' current roles. When we hire the candidate, we are aware that yes, there are some communication gap, there are some communication skill issues with this person. Okay, so we can train them. We have some IT skill differences. We have certain other differences, okay, other deficiencies. So we can fill that with training. And next objective could be to enhance job related knowledge and competencies. Again, that was a skill. Here we are talking about knowledge and competency. And yes, obviously, third objective could be improving job performance and productivity. Productivity is ultimate. So we can use different kind of methods for the training, and that could be on-job training, classroom training, e-learning, workshops, seminars, mentoring. Okay, and so let's understand what is development now. Now we have discussed training. Training was a short-term process that focuses on equipping employees with specific skills or knowledge. Here, development is a long-term and broader process. Long-term and a broader process that aims to prepare employees for future career opportunities and challenges within the organization. Not for a short-term period. Here we are talking about long-term. So what we are doing? We are giving a short-term training for long term, for broader purpose, for future career opportunities and challenges within the organization. So here we can combine this training and development like this. So the objective of development is obviously personal and professional growth, and employees, we are preparing employees for higher level roles and responsibilities, because we are talking about future career, future challenges and career opportunities. And yes, we have to, and what we are doing, building leadership skills and competencies for the future. So what we can do, we can do this by job rotations, mentoring programs, leadership development programs, executive coaching, higher education, and self-directed learning. Here I am discussing it in short. We will be having a separate session on every basic element. Okay, there we will be discussing everything about like what is training, how trainings are done, how virtual sessions are done, how these trainings are planned. Okay, so you will have a great idea. Here we are just introducing everything. So obviously there are some key elements in training development where we are just first of all analyzing needs, training needs, and then designing and planning, then giving delivery, then evaluation, continuous improvement. Fine. So this is training and development. Next is third, and that is performance management. Now what is performance management? Performance management is the process of setting performance expectations, providing feedback, evaluating employee performance. And yes, this involves performance appraisals, goal setting, and identifying areas for improvement. Effective performance management can lead to increased productivity and employee satisfaction. Why? Now, what is this setting performance expectations? What it is actually? What expectations we are setting? Yes, obviously, before setting the expectations, we need to consider several factors. Those expectations should be reasonable, should be aligned with goals and objectives of the organization. And yes, then we are providing the feedback, evaluating employee performance, not only setting the expectations, not only providing the feedback, we must evaluate the employee performance as per the expectations. And yes, this involves performance appraisals. We all know that performance appraisal is a process where we are assessing, we have kept some expectations, we are assessing, we have set some goals, and there we need to identify areas for improvement. Here our purpose is not to kick someone out or not to blame someone for non-performance or something. Here we need to look into the areas, identify the areas for improvement, and we must implement the methods to improve. We must implement coaching programs, mentoring programs after this performance appraisal process to improve those areas. And yes, if we would be doing this, then yes, productivity will increase, and employee satisfaction also. Employee will feel dedicated, committed to the organization, that whatever weaknesses were there in me, whatever downfalls were there, organization is helping me to get rid of it or to improve it. Okay. Next is compensation and benefits. HRM is responsible for designing and managing compensation and benefits packages that are competitive and fair. Here we need to understand that all the compensation and benefits analysis, that research work needs to be competitive and fair. Our industry is manufacturing industry in a particular field. We need to do the market research, what other companies are paying. This is competitive and yes, fair also. This includes salary structures, bonuses, health insurance, retirement plans, and other perks that attract and retain top talent. Not only the salary, we are talking about bonuses, insurance, retirement plans, other perks. It could be holiday packages, it could be vacation packages or something like that, right? So this is important, compensation and benefits, because everybody is working for monetary, or you can say little monetary and non-monetary benefits, both financial and non-financial. Okay. Next is employee relations. This is also important. What is employee relations? See, creating positive relationship between employees and the organization is crucial, because if the positive relationships won't be there, employee won't be satisfied, and yes, productivity will suffer, employee will suffer, organization will suffer. So we must address employee concerns on time, try to resolve their conflicts, and promote a healthy work environment. And this could be done if we ensure that compliances are followed, labor laws and regulations are followed. Okay. Next is workforce planning. This is important. We need to be strategic while planning the workforce to anticipate that what are my future staffing needs, and ensure that the organization has the right talent in place to meet its goals. And this includes succession planning and talent management. Succession planning. What is succession planning? succession. We are talking about succeeding. We are talking about one manager leaving the organization, and the other manager or the assistant manager or any other employee can take the place only when we have done succession planning in an organized way earlier. Okay, so we are doing this succession planning, and yes, talent management. We have great employees, we have top talent from the market, but we are not able to manage that talent. So this is an art. We must work on this talent management properly. So this is all workforce planning. Next is diversity and inclusion. I am repeatedly talking about this diversity and inclusion. It's hot topic nowadays. We must promote diversity and inclusion, and this will definitely help to grow organization in a better way, because when we are hiring from the diverse backgrounds and we are giving a positive workplace to them in our organization, then yes, there will be a proper achievement of organization's objectives. And yes, it involves creating a workplace that values and respects differences among employees and promotes equitable opportunities for all. People say about gender inequality a lot. There, I always say that you must get the opportunity. After that, you can't say that if you're getting an opportunity, you can't say that, oh, have been kept aside. Opportunity is important, and there we are talking about equitable opportunities, irrespective of caste, creed, community, gender, anything. And this is organization can do, HRM can do well to promote this. Then as legal compliances, we can never forget that organization must comply with labor laws, regulations, and industry standards. Now, see, there are several laws related to the industries. Either HR is not aware, or they are aware, or the company is aware, they don't want to follow, which is not the right thing. You can run organization for a smaller duration of time like this without compliance. But yes, once your organization will come into light to the lawmakers, to the people around, then yes, you will be in issues. You can be in a great problem in future time. So you must handle legal issues related to employment contracts, discrimination, and workplace safety with proper compliances. Next is a strategic HR. Now, see, this is like HRM is increasingly seen as a strategic partner in organizations, and yes, contributing to the development and execution of the overall business strategy. So HR professionals work closely with top management to align HR practices with organizational goals. We can say HR consultants are doing this, HR specialists are doing, HR business partners are doing this. Okay, so this is we need to be strategic. We need to plan things in advance, considering the organizational objectives in the long run, not only day to day. Okay, so this is all. Like, effective HRM is essential for creating a motivated, skilled, and engaged workforce that can drive an organization's success. It requires a deep understanding of both the organization's objectives and the needs and the aspirations of employees. So, our businesses evolve and the workforce changes. HRM continues to adapt into new challenges and opportunities, making it a dynamic and critical function within the organization. So these are the basic elements, and I hope so this was helpful. If it's helpful, please do let me know in the comments section. So till next video, all the very best. Stay happy, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.